Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
The German general election seems like an age ago now. It was back on the 24th of September last year, and today, almost 6 months later, Angela Merkel was sworn in for her 4th term as Chancellor. It was the obvious outcome of that election, but boy, it did take a long time coming. The German President, Frank-Walter Steinmeier, formally appointed Merkel's new cabinet and said it is good that the time of uncertainty is over. These are testing years for democracy. He was talking about the world in general, and we know what he means, but it's certainly been a testing few months for Germany as it has confronted the idea that Merkel may not be forever. Gabriel Gatehouse has been to a small town in southwest Germany to test the mood there. Here's his report.
Welcome to Hasloch, the most average town in Germany. In fact, this little place, population 21,400, is so ordinary that market researchers use it to test out products.
Was Hasloch am meisten kauft, wird auf Deutschland irgendwie rumtransportiert, ne?
But are they buying their new coalition government? In terms of demographics and political leanings, Hasloch is a mirror of Germany as a whole. And under the surface, all is not well.
Ich bin schuld. Ich bin schuld. Du schmeißt mich nicht raus. Du schmeißt mich nicht raus.
Hasloch's main attraction is its holiday park, closed now for the winter. During the warmer months, residents have free access to the rides. It's something that brings the townsfolk together. They collect their passes from Rosa Tischenko at the Citizens' Office, who's worked here for nearly 2 decades.
Für uns Leute jetzt einfache Leute vor Ort, 6 Monate ohne richtige Regierung. Es war schon ein bisschen angsteinjagend, sag ich mal. Und die Leute haben auch von den Bürgern so Unsicherheit, ne? Und Gott sei Dank ist es letztendlich doch zu einem gemeinsamen Nenner gekommen.
In truth, no one in Hasloch seemed particularly excited by Angela Merkel's reanointment as Chancellor this morning. She's got her 4th term thanks to another coalition deal between her Conservatives and the centre-left SPD. Angela Merkel's new coalition promises a new dynamism, a new cohesion for Germany. In reality, though, these are the same 2 parties that have run this country for 8 out of the past 12 years. And now Germans can look forward to 4 more years of the same old faces. The SPD initially resisted another coalition, but the pull of Merkel and the logic of Germany's consensus politics led inexorably back to the status quo.
Und wir hatten nicht den Eindruck, dass die Bürger und Bürgerinnen noch einmal eine Neuauflage der Großen Koalition wollten. Und das war der Grund, warum wir gesagt haben, ja, wir möchten gerne, dass die SPD sich erneuert und zwar in der Opposition und dass andere die Regierung in Deutschland bilden. War ja die Frage am Ende, bekommt Deutschland überhaupt eine Regierung oder machen wir erneut eine Koalition mit der CDU als SPD?
As in the rest of Germany, so in Hasloch. At the last election, the 2 main traditional parties won their smallest share of the vote since the war, losing out to the right-wing nationalist AfD.
It's the development of the refugees in Germany.
That's the main reason.
That's the main reason, I think. And you have to find these answers. And,
did Angela Merkel mishandle the refugee crisis?
I don't think. From the human side, she has to do this.
You don't see many refugees on the streets of Hasloch, but it's not hard to find people who are worried about them.
Hallo, guten Tag. Hallo, Gabriel.
We were invited into the home of a local policeman. He once voted CDU, but the refugee crisis prompted him to join the AfD. His bookshelf, at first glance, looks alarming.
Right. Oh, bloody hell.
What?
I thought this was banned in Germany.
No, this only Kommentare.
It turns out to be the legally sanctioned, academically annotated version of Mein Kampf. The policeman says he has no time for Nazis, but he's also lost patience with mainstream politics.
SPD und CDU kann nicht funktionieren. Sie sind ja immer wieder weiter zusammengerückt. Deshalb sind auch viele CDU-Wähler abgesprungen. Sind sehr viele auch zur AfD gewechselt.
A few streets away, but on the opposite end of the political spectrum, we meet a local pastor. In his spare time, he fixes old bicycles to give away to refugees who, he says, are welcome in Germany. But on one subject, he and the policeman agree. Under Merkel, politics has stagnated.
Yes, because it's the same people.
The same people?
The same people. It's Merkel, it's SPD. I have no hope that anything changes with her. Germany has to wait for a new government after her.
Workers' Club, like Manchester United.
But in Hasloch, in Average Town, political differences are very much alive and kicking. In the evening, Peter the policeman invites us to his local football club.
Hello, how are you?
Geht die AfD.
Ja, nur mit dem Scheiß,
We go.
What's going on?
It's not a friend of AfD.
Ah, okay.
He want not to make this here.
Wir sind ein linker Verein, der Haus, schon immer gewesen.
Worker Club.
Regel, so geht's nicht, was du da treibst.
We go in the
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Some political disagreement, I think.
In this time we have a problem.
Right.
In the club. Because 50% want not AfD.
Right.
And the other want AfD.
I see. So are you losing friends?
Yes, maybe.
And this is you here, is it?
Yes.
Looking at your phone. You're looking in the wrong place.
Peter split with Merkel over the refugee crisis, but his views on this subject are in fact less radical than you might expect.
Es soll auf jeden Fall denen geholfen werden, die wirklich Probleme haben, die aus Kriegsgebieten kommen. Denen soll man ja helfen.
Right. So you think you should let in people from Syria, from Iraq, from Afghanistan? Yes. You should.
Das ist ja eigentlich der Sinn des Asylgesetzes.
The issue of refugees has become a totemic dividing line. To many Germans, yet another coalition government feels like going round in circles. And here's the paradox. The more the mainstream cultivates consensus, the more society seems polarised.
Gabriel Gatehouse there on Germany's political predicaments.